Hello. Is this thing on? Drift, look. All these people are coming. Yeah. Hey, people. Happy Mental Health Month. I'm getting requests to be in the video. Good guys, you fast. So I'm about to go do a Hey There Human episode with Rainn Wilson over on Soulpancake's Instagram. It's going to start in basically right now. So we should probably head over there. Meet me there. Bye.
One, there's a dog. A dog in profile. There's a dog.
This is my best angle.
Hey, pup. Hey, pup. Come here.
Yeah, can I help you?
Come here, puppers. Who is that?
Can I help you, Rainn?
Yes, we're here talking about mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and just wondering if you personally have had any issues yourself. There must be a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
If you're home alone, if no one's there. I mean, do your parents put you in a kennel, or do you just hang out on the couch?
Yeah. I'm a dog, and that's kind of how my days go. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on, my dad. Okay, bye.
All right. Good talking to you.
Hey, Rainn.
Hey.
Sorry, that was
man?
my dog, Drift. He wanted to say hello.
What's his name?
Drift, like driftwood.
When I think about driftwood.
Now he gets it.
Because when you said drift, for some reason I thought about farts. That's the only context I use that
drifty
word.
Farts?
I do, like, kind of.
They kind of come up and then...
They're kind of oily, so they linger and then they move kind of like a toxic... And this is getting way out of control.
This is no way to follow up your fantastic introduction to Mental Health Month.
I know, but this is what we do. We talk about mental health and we talk about farts. That's what we do.
That's kind of what this show's tagline is, isn't it?
Hey, they're human. Listen, I want to get right into it, brother.
Okay.
It was so great. I want to tell people that Chris Wood, was tracking me down and hounding me. He wants to meet Rainn Wilson because he loves Soulpancake.
It was the sleeping outside your house that finally did it, I think, wasn't it?
That kind of did it. Yeah, a little bit. And then it got a little creepy when I joined you in the tent. And that
was maybe the best 3.5 weeks of my life, though.
We had a lot of fun. And those s'mores, your s'mores are like next level.
That's what they say. They're gooey.
Oh. So Chris and I had a delightful meal together, and I've been trying to kind of bring him into the Soulpancake family because I love his work so much, and you're deep thinker. Tell us what you got going on I Don't Mind, please.
Well, Rainn, we've been launching a bunch of new content specifically to the times we're in. We're kind of immersed in this coronavirus stuff, but we also can't escape it, right? We're all in the same situation, no matter if you're living by yourself, or if you're in your house with family or a friend or a roommate. Yeah. We're all stuck, right? And it's collectively been I think most people would say that it's been a hard time for mental health. Even if you specifically aren't feeling it, you can, feel for someone who is sort of living alone, or for someone who is in an unhealthy situation and is now stuck in a household. There's a lot of implications that come with this, but we're trying to create more content to get some resources into the hands of people, and working with Mental Health America, which is where we're located, and to utilize their tools like their screening, which sort of you answer a series of easy questions, and it helps you kind of figure out what it is that you need to be looking into and if you should talk to somebody. It's a fantastic tool.
Great. That's Mental Health America. You can just find their
Mental
website.
Health America. Yeah, and we've got all this stuff on idon'tmind.com. If people drop in there, we've got resources if someone's feeling something specific, you can kind of read about that. If you want to just sort of know how you can preventively take care of yourself, we've got resources galore for that. But it's really about, you know, talking about how you're feeling and what you're going through, which is a lot of what we talked about when we got together too. Kind of,
Yeah.
I think the best thing we can do in this times is just have these conversations like you're doing with Hey There Human, and you know, express what you're feeling to a person and kind of let them feel that honesty and then open up to you. It's a hard time to be so isolated, and
it's a hard time, and yet in some ways there's some positives in terms of mental health, I feel, because if you're having anxiety and depression just in the regular world, everyone else seems so happy and so productive all the time. So now at least things have kind of like shut down so much. A lot more people are experiencing depression and anxiety. They're talking about it more. They're talking about tools to use to combat it more, like you're doing on your great website and the content that you're making. And so there's a connectivity happening. Again, I talk about this shared experience. We're having a shared experience where we can talk about mental health. I hear it a lot from moms, and especially single moms with multiple kids at home. That is really, really tough. There's me and my wife and my 15-year-old son here. It's hard enough with one teenager around, but I can't even imagine. Yeah. But at least there's more conversation and more connection and more of a shared experience, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Well, how are you doing?
Oh,
how has your mental health been?
You know, I got Zoom headache last night. Have you had that?
From too much Zoom?
I had so much fucking Zoom yesterday.
I think it's a real thing, yeah.
My eyes, like, I was going to bed and like my whole front of my face is like sore. It's like melting off. And so I ordered some of those blue
the white blocker
glasses. So my friend said, you got to do those, that they really work. And you've got to like take breaks, and you've got to look away from screens. You've got to keep on your eye health and stuff like that. It's called 20-20-20. Every 20 minutes, you look 20 yards away for 20 seconds.
Okay. Should we do it right now?
Let's do it right now, everybody.
As we're talking?
So it's been 20 minutes into the show, and it has been exactly 20 minutes.
It has been.
Look out a window or something, look 20 yards away.
Okay.
As far as you can for 20 seconds.
Is there something else with the number?
Shut it. No. Shut it.
Okay.
Shut your mouth.
So we're just
Put Drifty the fart dog back on. Hi, Driftwood.
You're like in my. That's the closest you're ever going to be to my crotch outside of a tent.
I brought my dog on Poe several times, and then
pigs. I've seen him.
Yeah, and my guinea pigs are back there too.
I was going to ask you which member of your family was in that cage. That's the guinea pigs are back there.
That's the teenage boy. We give him. He's got plenty of water back there.
Good.
But listen, how am I doing? I'm doing okay, man. I'll tell you why. Because I'm a celebrity, so I have enough money in the bank, so I don't have to worry about rent in July, like a lot of people are.
It's an amazing thing to have, right?
It is. And so I'm super privileged on so many levels. And also, this is when I'm not working as an actor, this is my life anyway, so I'm kind of used to it. I'm at home, I'm writing, I'm doing projects like this online, I'm on social media, or I'm creating stuff with Soulpancake, or being, positive, taking dog walks with my wife, who's a fiction writer, and she's writing at home.
Oh, well, so this is very much the status quo for writers, and I think actors are also trained, because we have these periods of not working where we feel like we don't leave our houses. So I feel like we're kind of trained for this.
Exactly. So for a lot of people who have been laid off, it's really tough. I know a lot of people are going stir crazy and climbing the walls, and then people having to work from home have a whole nother set of of challenges. So if people want to get involved in I Don't Mind, what do they do? How do we support it and get involved?
The easiest way to support I Don't Mind is just to go to our site and shop our merch, because I'm wearing one of our new things right now for Mental Health Month. That's the kind of the way we generate proceeds. We do accept donations, but we don't really push them, and that's not the way that we kind of stay afloat. We're kind of all paid for by people, wearing I Don't Mind, which also then in turn generates conversations, because we're more likely to say, "Hey, I like your shirt," than we are to ask somebody how they're feeling, genuinely feeling that thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an insight. It's a way to target conversation. And it's interesting. I went through kind of a weird couple years of, life was good, things were good, but I was just fighting this depression that, didn't really care that I was doing well or that career was great and that romantically I was happy and things like that. It just kind of, mental health takes no prisoners sometimes. But it was fun.
And I think just real quick, I think it's really important to note that mental health is not necessarily connected to life circumstances.
It never is. Oh, well, it can be. Sometimes
it can be a trigger or something like that, but it's super important because some people have still this idea of like, depression is when bad stuff happens to you and you feel sad. It's like,
I was my most depressed, and I couldn't have been happier on paper. Everything was going great and things were good, but your mental health is not necessarily connected to what you have or what you should feel. And then it spirals, right? I'm sure you felt this, where you then start to go down this wormhole of self-punishment and self-hate, because you're like, well, what's wrong with me? I should be happy. Why am I not happy? And that only makes it worse, only by saying, I don't mind talking about this and moving forward, can we release that burden and start to heal.
What helped you heal?
Literally beginning to speak about it was the change. Because I'm a person who I'll bottle things up, I'll hold it all in, and then eventually it becomes too much and I crash. So therapy, talking to friends, answering my mom when she says, "Are you doing okay?" and actually answering it instead of just saying, "Yeah, I'm good."
That's interesting. So your mom would be like, "How's it going, Chris?" And you're like,
"Not good,
shit,
Mom.
And I hate myself. I'm really not doing good." And was she able to be there and support you?
Yeah, I think in my experience, people are so much more capable of actually being there for you than you may think that they will be. And someone who you would think would be the last person who would be understanding if you opened up. When you share something personal, people have a high capacity to be caring and human.
I believe that. Yeah,
I really believe in that. I believe in the goodness of humanity and that it's possible. Not saying we're all perfect and we don't make mistakes and people don't also make bad decisions, but you got to give, especially your loved ones, there's a reason you already love them and are close to them and trust them. You got to trust them with your mental health. And you can clock quickly if someone's there for you or not, and you can always move on. There's always more people,
Sure.
Everyone has a resource, and if you feel like you don't, there are resources, like you mentioned, the crisis text line.
Yep.
There are things called warm lines where you can call numbers in your area and just talk to somebody when you're not in crisis.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's a cool resource. And again, we link all this stuff out on iDon'tMind.com, so people should check it out if they're looking.
Right.
But there are crisis numbers that can be reached when you need to talk to someone in an emergency, and there are also resources if you just want to talk. There's online therapy too.
Yeah, online therapy. That's a huge, booming new industry. And
especially
what
now.
do people do for this month, Mental Health Month? What do we do? We celebrate. We can I Don't Mind swag.
Honestly, for us,
we can donate some money to mental health.
If you've got
nonprofits.
If you've got it, give it. That's a fantastic way to celebrate Mental Health Month. With I Don't Mind, it's very easy because you're actually just getting yourself something or giving a gift to somebody, and you are in turn sustaining a program that's helping. what I think the most important thing we can do for Mental Health Month is to focus on taking care of our mental health. And that means all kinds of things. It means taking time for yourself to do things that feel good and are nurturing. It means spending time connecting with people digitally if you don't have someone in the household. Taking time to meditate or exercise. Take a walk with your dog every day. There are so many ways that you can preventatively keep yourself healthy and active and not let yourself get into a place where you're feeling stuck and trapped by all of this, and instead feel motivated to keep going and uplifted, you know?
That's just fantastic. And the best thing that we can do to kind of commemorate, celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month is to take the best possible care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
During this month of May, which is going to be a trying month. It's going to be a difficult month. There's certain states opening up, certain aren't. We don't know what's in. Some people are like, don't leave the house. Some people are like, let's leave the house as soon as possible. Confusing times that only if you have pre-existing anxiety disorders or depression, it's only going to throw kerosene on that fire.
And that's why we have to focus our attention on ourselves and encourage the people that we're near and that we talk to also take care of themselves, you know?
And our pets become important, like Drift, right?
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many times I got out of bed on a day that I wouldn't have gotten out of bed because I loved the dog more than myself that day. It's
wow.
If anybody tells you that dogs don't count as therapy animals, or if you see someone being a jerk to someone on a plane who's traveling with a pet, like get a grip and understand that there is a connection that people can have with an animal that can be life-saving. And I personally vouch for that.
Yeah, that's great. That's so great. And Chris, I understand you're going to be a dad. That's amazing.
Unbelievable. And what times? Yeah. We're getting a nursery together, basically through packages that we then Clorox and try to like not contact our dirty hands with the object that's gonna. Anyway,
right.
We've got some time. We've got a couple more months. So thankfully we have that. But I mean, who knows what the world situation is going to be? But it is. Oh my gosh, it's such a shining light in this time. It's like a thing to look forward to that is just so wonderful and beautiful.
Oh, that's
so
great. Congratulations. Very excited for you guys. And I'm going to just make a quick announcement to those folks who don't know before I let you go, Chris. Next week, folks, I'm going to take a week off. I've done 32 of these in a row, motherfucker. I'm not kidding you.
I know that wasn't directed at me, but...
No, it was.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm saying that to you. I only say that to people that I love. 32 of these shows in a row I've done. It's been a lot. I mean, I'm only chatting for 40 minutes, but I have to prepare and I have to put on my hat or whatever. But so next week is all guest hosts.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Yeah, you're doing that.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Just kidding. I did know that.
Chris Wood.
And it's May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th with Chris Wood. This is perfect. That's all you have to remember.
And I can plug my new book, the clarinets and the clarinet queen that I'm writing, art, and I'm still working on the subheading, but
clarinet queen, huh?
It's about It
wouldn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with the no relation to the bassoon king.
It's backwards, so I actually can't. Nusab Genick.
Oh, you. Okay. So, great hosts next week. A lot of them have been guests on the show. Some of my favorite people.
How fun.
Co-founder of Soulpancake. But Chris Wood is on Monday, folks. That's all you need to know.
That's right.
On Monday, 12 noon, Soulpancake Instagram.
I'll miss you, Rainn.
You're going to choose random human beings from the internet to interview?
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
You have a lot of crazy fans, and I've noticed a lot of them are from Israel and Brazil.
Oh, have you been getting a lot of Notice Me Brazils down there? I haven't been looking at the comments.
Yes, and a lot of Hebrew.
Chris, shave now. We're getting a lot of those, too.
Yes, yeah.
It's quarantine. We're not supposed to.
No, don't shave. Don't bathe. Please.
What's bathing anymore?
It's been a real pleasure talking to you,
This
man.
has been great.
I'm going to tune
Stay
in on
healthy,
Monday.
man.
Okay. Stay human, baby. I love you.
Likewise. Love you.
Bye-bye.
See you, bud.
Oh, what a fantastic human being. What a kind and giving, compassionate human being, really giving back with his organization. So happy to have had him on the show. And he'll be back on Monday at noon. So how cool is that? And okay, check out his website, idon'tmind.com. Okay.